Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to go over with you on the BitFlows plugin for WordPress, which will take your automations on WordPress to the next level with unlimited tasks, unlimited workflows, and with unlimited steps. This plugin is so powerful and so easy to use, which you'll be able to see throughout this tutorial with the drag and drop feature, which will take your automations to the next level because it is so easy to do and make, and not even to mention that it is an unlimited for a one website. And I will also compare the free version and the pro version and why you might want to purchase the pro version, not just because I'm making this video and they sponsored this video. It is simply because it will save you so much money in doing those automations on your WordPress website, because the plans that I have, and as you might be able to see right above me, they have an early bird. And one of the things here is that it is a lifetime one-time payment, which is a no-brainer from my own personal opinion, because you purchase it one time and you can make unlimited automations on your WordPress website. Or if you choose to operate to a bigger plan, then again, those unlimited automations would cover more websites in your bundle. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So first things first, we'll have to install BitFlows on our WordPress website. So we'll head over to our plugins and then we'll head over to add new and we'll search for BitFlows. And here you would want to install this exact plugin by BitApps. In my case, I've already went over and installed and activated it. Now you might be able to see that I already have the pro version if we'll head over to my plugins, and I will show you exactly what you get in the pro version. But first of all, I want to show you what you get in the free version and what you get in the pro version. So I'm right here on the BitFlows website, and as you can see here, we have the free and the pro version. Now you'll be able to see here that although you might be getting the router, you not be getting a lot of features such as the repeater, iterator, delay, condition, multi-step workflows, unlimited integrations, unlimited task execution, custom app, text formatter, instant webhook, JSON parser, advanced conditional logic, and we'll do get the re-execute workflows, but we'll not be getting an unlimited support. But we do get notifications and error handling, and also preserve flow logs and dark mode, which is good. And you'll be able to see here the deals are right over here. Now, once we've covered that, I want to show you the interface and the dashboard of BitFlows, so you'll be getting familiar with what you're getting. So in this case, I'm back on my website, and what you want to do is head over to BitFlows and head over to dashboard. Then over here, you'll be able to see that there is a sidebar which will show you the dashboard, the flows, connections, webhooks, custom apps, and the settings. And also, if you need a support, it will be down here. And if you want to collapse or make this sidebar smaller, you just click this button and then it will just collapse that. Or if you want to make it a dark mode, right over here, click that and it will be a dark mode. But I'm going to leave that as a light mode because I want to show you everything as it is. You'll be able to see here on the top executed flows, we'll be able to see all the flows that has been executed. And over here, we'll be able to see the total executions. We'll be able to see this beautiful graph, and we'll be able to see that it goes by month and how many times it was over here. And then also we'll be able to see the recent logs. We'll be able to see the flow name, the execution time, and the status. As I want to show you all the features that you get and also unlimited workflows and the iterator, delay, and so forth, I'm going to head over, install, and activate the pro version. So in order to do so, after you've purchased the pro version, just head over to your plugins, and then you'll want to add new, but in my case, it is already installed on my website, so I'll head over and activate that. Then also the BitFlow over here would be switched to pro, as you'll be able to see right over here. I'll head over there and I would want to activate my license. In order to do so, you would want to navigate to the bottom over here, click the license, then over here you want to click the activate license button. Over here there will be a pop-up or a new window open up. It will be fetching the license, and then over here it would activate your license, and then over here it will refresh and you'll be able to see that your license have been activated. After we've done that, we'll head over and create our new flow together on BitFlows. So you would want to navigate to flows, and then over here you'll be able to see that I've already created one, and you can see here it is an Elementor form connected to your Google Sheets. But just for the simplicity of it, what you want to do is head over and create a new flow by just clicking this box. And over here, there will be a pop-up which will tell you to name your flow. So just for the simplicity of it, let's name it new flow Elementor. And over here, you'll be able to choose whether you want to start from blank, you want to start from an example flow, or Elementor form to email marketing. But in my case, I'll head over with the blank one. And then once you choose that, you'll head over and click create. Now, this will open up I believe it's called Canvas. And here I want to show you, before we create our new trigger, how you'll be able to navigate this interface. Let's start by the left sidebar. As you can see here, we have apps, and we have a lot of them. As you can see over here, there's so many apps. I was amazed when I was exploring this plugin. And you can see here, there is WooCommerce, there is Webhook, there is Zoflow, there is Academy LMS, API requests, there is Bitform, BitAssist, Brevo, we have BricksForge, ClickUp, Cardflows, Divi Builder, Elementor Form, and so on. As you'll be able to see and explore, there is a link down in the description of this video, so you'll be able to explore it in the test website that BetApps provide you with, and you'll be able to see for yourself how many things you'll be able to integrate here. But other than that, if we'll scroll to the top, you'll be able to see that there is apps. You'll be able to search for one. For example, let's put Elementor, and you'll be able to see here Elementor Form, or any other form that it will be displaying under this search. Now let's exit out of that, and here you'll be able to see the tools. Now currently the tools, we have router, condition, delay, iterator, repeater or loop, and we have also JSON parser, and there are 3 currently on the way and are on plan. As you'll be able to see here, email parser, PDF parser, and custom code. If we'll head over to the top over here, we'll be able to see that if we'll click back, it will send us back to our flows. But let's head over to our new flow with Elementor, and then it will bring us back over here. Now if we want to test our flow once, we'll be able to click that, and you'll be able to see just in a few minutes how that would apply. And then if we'll head over to the top right hand corner, we'll be able to see our logs, which we'll also cover in just a few minutes. And then here, if we'll click the 3 vertical dots, we'll be able to see here, we'll be able to access the flow settings, we're able to export the flow, or we'll be able to import the flow. If we'll head over to the flow settings, we're able to see here, if any node fail, what will happen? Continue execution or block execution. We'll be able to also access this option by just exiting out of that and head over back. Then also over here from these dots, head over to settings, and then be able to see that also over here. Let's head over back to our flow, and then over here, let's set up our new trigger. In this case, we'll want to choose our Elementor form. So just simply click the select an app, and here it will open up also the list over here, and we'll want to head over to our Elementor form. Now over here, there will be integrations, and currently there is forms new record. Now, depending on the app that you choose here, different options would be visible to you, as you'll be able to see right over here. For example, the groundhog, there is content created, tag edit contact, tag removed from contact, and so on. For example, let's head over to Shopify, order created, restrict content, we're able to see a purchaser member level, and so on, as you'll be able to see depending on the app or the action that you want to perform. Now I'll head over back to Elementor form, and then over here I'll choose the forms new record. And over here, you'll be able to see here that we'll have to connect and we'll have to make the bid flows listen to the form bin submitted on our website. So similarly, as we've seen in the bid integrations tutorial, and if you missed that, they will be popping up right now in one of the corners. You'll be able to see that also there is an option to listen or to submit the form, and then it will catch that form or that data, and then we'll be able to map it out throughout this flow. So in this case, what I want to do, I'll open up my website on a new tab, and I'll head over to one of my forms. In this case, it's this form, as you'll be able to see here, join our newsletter. So I'll head over, prefill this, and then I'll be able to send it, and then it will listen to that. But before that, we do have to click the listen response. So as you'll be able to see here, it's listening. So let's head over back to our sample page, and then here I'll prefill the form. And once we've done that, let's submit our form. And we're able to see it was submitted. And let's head over back to our build flows, and we'll be able to see that everything was cached, and we'll be able to see that we have the ID, form ID, and so forth. Now that is done, we'll be able to close this tab, and then over here, this one is already done. Now, one thing that I want to point out here, that you'll be able to also zoom out or zoom in by just clicking those buttons right over here. If you want to zoom in or zoom out, or you just want to center everything. Now, currently we have only one thing, so it will be quite big. Now, if you want to zoom out, just simply click the minus icon. Then over here, we'll be able to navigate by just clicking, holding, and then moving that around. The same thing happens with the trigger. You'll be able to place it everywhere you want to around this canvas. That's why it's called a canvas. So the next thing that you want to do is head over and create an action. So what you want to do for that is either click the plus icon over here, or just if you want to trash that, just simply click the pen icon over here and click yes. Or you would want to drag and drop one of these apps over here, and then you would want to connect it to this trigger. So in my case, I'll head over and scroll to the bottom over here, and then I'll head over and drag the Google Sheet over here. So you would want to place it wherever you want to. For example, let's place it right over here. And then over here, you'll be able to drag that arrow over here and connect it, or you'll be able to just put it right next to it, and then it will automatically connect to this. Here we'll also have to configure the Google Sheet over here. So what you want to do for that, click the pencil icon over here, and then over here we want to configure what we want to happen. So in this case, we'll be able to add a row or append or update row by value. So in this case, I would want to head over and add a row. Now, if you haven't set it up, your Google Sheet integration with the Google Cloud, I've explained how to do that step by step in my bit integrations tutorial. Alternatively, you can follow me step by step how to do that. It only takes a few simple steps. So first thing first, we'll have to head over to the cloud.google.com website. And then over here, we'll head over to our console. If you don't have yet your own user, it is very simple. You just sign in with your Gmail account or your Google account, and there you go. Head over to your console. And once you're over here, what you want to do is navigate to your APIs and services right over here. And then over here, you would want to enable the Google Sheet API or just simply search over here in the search box for Google Sheet API. Google Sheet, and there we go, Google Sheets API. Click that, and then you would want to enable that. In my case, I've already enabled that, so as you can see here, it will tell me to manage it. So let's head over, manage that. And over here, what you want to do is head over to your credentials, and then over here, you want to create new credentials by clicking this button over here. I've already created one, but we'll create a new one together. And over here, you will want to click the auth client ID, and then over here, you want to choose under the application tab, you want to choose the web application, and then over here, you want to name your application. So in my case, it will be something like Bitflows. And I think that would suit that, but you can name it whatever you want to. And the next step, what you want to do is head over to the authorized JavaScript origins. And over here, you want to add URI. And then over here, what you want to do is paste the homepage of your website. In my case, it would be this one. Now, the next step, what we'll have to do is authorize redirect URI. So we'll need to add a new one. So click the add URI. And over here, you want to paste a specific URL. In this case, we'll head over back to our Bitflows Pro. Then over here, head over to the redirect URI. And you want to copy that by clicking this button, then head over back to the Google Cloud. Then over here, you want to paste the URL right over here and then scroll to the bottom. And over here, click create, and you're pretty much done. Now over here, what you want to do is copy the client ID. So click the copy and head over back, then head over to the client ID field and then just paste it over there. Head over back, copy the client secret, and then head over, paste the client secret also over here. And once you're done, click connect, and then there would be a window popping up right over here. Choose your Google account or Gmail account that you're signed with the Google Cloud. In my case, it would be this one. And over here, what you want to do is click the advanced button over here. Then over here, you want to choose the go to your website. Even though it will say unsafe, don't worry, just click that. Then over here, scroll to the bottom and click continue. And if you have some checkboxes to check all of them, because then we'll authorize this plugin to edit or change some of the data based on what we'll be configuring over here over in the Bitflows plugin. So once you've done that, head over, click continue. That would do its thing, and then we'll be back over here. Good. We have the green check over here, and then over here we'll be able to see this is the name of the connection that I've already set up, Google Sheet connection. And over here we want to choose our spreadsheet. So in my case, I will choose the Elementor form submissions, or if you want to create a new one, just simply head over to Google Sheets and then create a new one. In my case, I went over and created a new Google Sheets. As you can see here, it's called Elementor Bitflows data. Now, if what happened is that you created and you don't see that right over here, what you want to do is click the refresh list, and you'll be able to see that it will head over, check the list or the Google Sheets that you have on your Google account. And once you click that one more time, you'll be able to see that it will appear right over here. So Elementor Bitflows data, and then over here we want to choose our sheet. So in this case, I'll click the one sheet, and then over here we want to map our data. So what you want to do is add a new column, and over here you want to choose by the column, meaning you have A, B, C, and so forth, and you want to map out all the data. So for example, I want to head over and do the, let's say, name, and then we have last name, then we have phone number, then we have, let's say, email, and then let's space them out a little. Let's do that, this, and let's center all of them, and also let's make them a little bigger, and then also let's make them bold. Now that everything is set up, let's head over back to our Bitflows, and then over here again, let's head over to under A, then value. As you can see here, once we click that, we'll be able to see that we have more options, and this is what I love so much about BitApps. They think about all the little things, and you'll be able to see here we have more fields than only the ID, form name, and then form post ID. You're able to see here once you open that one up, you're able to see here the first name, last name. We're able to see the phone phone number, and then the email with all the corresponding data over here. Currently, I've only pressed test, and then the phone number, and then the email. And you can see here, right here at the top, we're able to see the flow. There is so many things over here: flow ID, flow name, flow status, and then we have also math operators. We have maximum, minimum, sale, abs, and so forth. And we have also the string operators. We'll be able to see here all the functions right over here, and we have also the system. So you can see here, there is a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and there are a lot of things that you'll be able to configure on the Bitflows when it comes to automation. This is only the tip of the iceberg. Trust me, there are so many things you can do here, but let's keep it simple. Let's head over back to our apps, and then over here, let's open that arrow, and over here, I'll head over with the first name. And over here, let's add a new column. Also, let's head over to our last name. I think that was our last name. Good. That was B. And then also let's add a new one column. Let's head over C, and then open that one up, and then also phone, and then one more that would be D. Great. And then let's open that one up. Also, that would be the email. Once everything is mapped out, what you want to do is close this. Then over here, you're pretty much done. But if you don't want to end this right over there, because it's quite simple, what you want to do, there are more tools as we saw just before. We can see here we have tools, we have the router, condition, delay, iterator, repeater, and JSON parser. Now, the router is very straightforward. If you want to, for example, let's disconnect that. So you take that arrow, you just simply disconnect that, or if it didn't disconnect, what you want to do is click that unlink. Yes, I'm sure about that. What you want to do is click the router and then put that over here, and also connect that over here. Let's head over and click that over here. And if you want to add a new one, just simply click the plus icon, and then over here, it will add a new action. In other words, it can do a few things simultaneously, meaning it can also send data to Google Sheet, and at the same time, send it to a CRM of your choice, or send it to whatever platform that you wish to connect. For example, to a webhook, to an API integration, whatever you choose to. So this is one of the great things about that. Again, let's go over to our actions, select an app, and then over here, you'll be able to see that we'll be able to choose another application. So for example, let's head over, I don't know, webhook. And we have outgoing webhook, and then over here, we'll be able to set up our webhooks. Now, one more thing that you might have noticed in the beginning of this tutorial, that there are webhooks right over here, right in the left-hand corner over here, right in the middle of this sidebar of Bitflows. So these are all the webhooks that you'll be able to integrate beforehand, so you'll be able to reference them right there when you want to choose your webhooks. So in this case, we'll be able to see here we have the connection. If you want to add a new one, you'll be able to see the connection type, API key, bearer token, basic auth, and auth2. You'll be able to see here the connection name. Now we have also the request URL, and then also over here we have all the parameters that you'll be able to choose as I showed you just before. We have the flow, math, string, the system, and then we have also the apps as we saw just before. And then we also be able to map out all these things as variables. Also over here, we have the method, get, post, put, patch, and delete. Also over here, we have the headers and then the query parameters. Also over here, we'll be able to navigate and be able to add all these values as we'll be able to see here to map out everything as we want to. Now, I won't be going over the webhooks, but just to give you a little taste of what you can do here. And this is just the beginning. So let's head over and close that. If you want to add a new one, for example, you want to add not only two, simply click the plus icon over here, and then it will add a new one. So you'll be able to see here how you'll be able to add so many things. So over here, let's say you want to add one more thing after the webhook or one more thing after the Google Sheet. So you simply click the plus icon, then over here, there is another action after that. Let's say the router, this is only one thing. So let's say you want to put a delay. So let's disconnect that. Yes, I want to delete that also. Now let's put a delay over here. Let's drag and drop it right over here, and then connect that Google Sheet to a delay. Now the delay thing, what it does is basically you tell him how much time he has to wait until the next action would be executed. So you want to click the pencil icon over here, and also here you'll be able to choose from whether there would be minutes, hours, days, weeks, or months. So for example, let's put that as 1 minute, and then after that, let's head over and put close. So what will happen is the form will be submitted, then it will head over to the Google Sheet, it will execute the webhook and another action of my choice, and after that, it will wait 1 minute, and then I will be able to decide one more action that will happen after that. So I think you're getting the idea of how many things you'll be able to automate just with simple thing over here. So as you can see here, I'm running out of space over here, and I want to continue this flow. But one more thing that I've told you just before is that you'll be able to minimize this, as you'll be able to see here now at everything in one beautiful flow, and everything fits perfectly. Now, let's say I want to do one more thing after the webhook. So again, you'll be able to also make a condition. So for example, let's track that condition right over here. A webhook, let's put it through a condition. If the webhook has been executed, or if the webhook would be something of my choice, then head over, do the next thing. Again, there's so many things you can build here. For example, let's remove the webhook, let's remove the application over here, and then let's actually disconnect the conditional logic over here. Yes, and then let's disconnect that too. And then also the delay, let's delete that. And also the router, let's delete that too. And also over here, let's disconnect this one. Yes. And what will happen is that I want to connect the Elementor form to a conditional logic. Now, if you want to add a new condition, what you want to do is add one more condition by simply clicking the plus icon. And over here, head over, name your condition. So for example, phone number starts with 9, let's say, right? So phone. So over here, we'll be able to click that. And again, we'll be able to see we have apps, flow, math, string, system, and so forth. We'll be able to choose from the variables on our form. We're able to open that and we'll head over to this field and we'll click that and we'll be able to see that it will equal to, or that it contains. If we'll head over to contains here, we'll be able to put 9. Then over here, when we close that, then if that contains the number 9, then we'll route that to this Google Sheet. Other than that, for example, the condition wasn't met, then we'll be able to route that to another Google Sheet of our choice. For example, you can see here the no condition matched. Then what will happen is we'll head over to our apps and then we'll search for Google Sheet. Over here, we'll drag that over here and then we'll connect that to Google Sheet over here. Then also over here, we'll have to configure that, then add a row. Then over here, we'll choose our connection. We'll be able to see here we have 2 Google Sheets. I know I haven't named them the correct way, so let's head over with this one. And we'll be able to see here we have Elementor form submissions. Let's head over with this one. So once we've chosen our spreadsheet, so let's head over to our sheet, form submissions, then add a column. Then we'll also map out all these fields. So again, first name, we have last name, we have our phone number, and then we'll have our email. Once everything was mapped out, let's close that. So in other words, what will happen if the number of our phone number of our clients, of whoever submitted that form on our website through the Elementor form, what will happen is that it will head over to this Google Sheet, and if not, then it will head over to this Google Sheet. One more thing that you can do here is that if you want to add more things, for example, let's remove that, you'll be able to also add other tools in the middle. Meaning, if you want to head over and add, let's say, a router or a delay between those. So let's disconnect that. Yes. And let's add a delay. And then over here, let's connect that over here. And then let's connect that right over here. In other words, if that condition is met, good. Wait specific minutes. Good. Let's put that as 1 minute and wait 1 minute and then submit the data to Google Sheet, to the sheet that I've told you. And if not, then head over, just route it over there to Google Sheet to my other form. And you'll be able to see here how things are working over here. Now, the other thing here is that you'll be able to use other things. As you'll be able to see here, we have iterator, we have JSON parser, we have repeater loop, but I just want to keep it as simple as it is. Now, let's say I've set up everything as I wanted to. The next thing you want to do is test the flow once. So what that means is that if you want to taste everything, how everything works, what you want to do is click that. Now listen to new response. Then over here, it's currently listening. What we'll have to do is we'll have to open our form over there on our website, and then we'll have to submit it, and then it will do its thing, meaning the automation will start working its magic. So we are back on our form. So over here, what we'll have to do, we'll have to pre-fill our form. Now, once we've done that, we'll head over, click send, and then it will catch all this data, and then it will start the thing. And we can see here, trigger data received, flow is executing in the background. Please check the logs for more details. Great. That is what I was searching for. So let's head over to our logs in the right top hand corner of your screen. Let's head over here. And then over here, I haven't showed you that so far, but you'll be able to see here, it's currently in processing because we already have configured that if the phone number contains number 9, then we'll have to delay it by 1 minute, and then it will add this information to this Google Sheet. So let's exit out of that. Let's click refresh, and then we'll be able to see over in our logs. Let's head over to our logs. Let's wait at just 1 more minute because I don't think a minute passed already. Let's do another refresh. And over here, we'll be able to see our status is under success. And we can see here we have 4 nodes currently, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're able to see here how much time it took, 1 minute and 0.07 seconds. We can see here the date, the time, and we can see here also when we click the details, we're able to see here everything that it was executed step by step. So the Elementor form has been input. We have all the inputs. And once you open that up, we'll be able to see all the fields and all the data over here. We can see here the output. If we head over to our condition, everything was met. We can see here the string, the field, everything here here is working. We can see here the value is 9. So currently we have it under type of logic. Great. So everything was submitted over here, and we'll head over to our delay. It was delaying. We can see here, the output pending. The execution has been postponed for a duration of 1 minute. Great. So we can see here that is working. We can see here the Google Sheet. Everything has been added over here. So if we'll head over to our Elementor bit flows data over here, we're able to see here everything was submitted to this form perfectly. So let's try another option. Let's not put the number 9 and let's put another number at the beginning. And at the same time, let's open our other Google Sheet. So this is our other Google Sheet, as you can see here, Elementor form submissions, and let's try that out one more time. So let's head over to our sample page and let's submit the form one more time. I've pre-filled the information, so let's head over, click send one more time. But before that, let's head over back to our bit flows over here and let's exit out of that and let's test our flow one more time. Yes, listen to new response. Great. Let's head over there and let's click send. There we go. The submission was successful. Let's head over here. We'll be able to see the trigger data has been received. Let's head over to our logs over here. And now what will happen if we'll head over back over here, we're able to see here we have a new log, and this was executed at 0.73 seconds because this was automatically being proceeded because it didn't have the number 9 at the beginning or at all, meaning it didn't have the delay over here. So it was executed automatically to this Google Sheet. So we'll be able to see here also other details over here. We're able to see what happened, Elementor form, everything was submitted, and we're able to see all data that was passed to our Google Sheet. So let's check that out. Let's head over to our Elementor form submissions over here. We'll be able to see here the first name, last name. We'll be able to see our phone number, and we're able to see our email over here. And as we can see here, everything passed perfectly, beautifully, smoothly, I must say. And now one more thing that I wanted to mention here is if we'll head over to our log details over here, be able to see here if something wasn't submitted or wasn't executed as we wanted to, or we want to re-execute that, we always have that under the actions column over here. We're able to see here, re-execute, re-execute. And if you want to exit out of that, just simply click the X icon over here. And let's censor everything here. And there we go. So to recap, if you want to check everything here, so before you do any action, what you want to do is first of all, click the button over here, test flow once, and then execute the action that you wanted to. In this case, it was the form. But before that, just click the listen to a new response, and then it will head over, listen, and then you want to do the action that triggers all this workflow. As you can see here, this is a very, very powerful tool. And again, I want to mention that because I can't stress this enough, because this gives you unlimited actions, unlimited flows, meaning you can do unlimited flows just like these ones, or even more complex than just simply this one. Now, one more thing that you might be asking to yourself if you're familiar with bit integrations, well, what's the difference between bit flows and bit integrations? Well, initially, the team behind bit apps did say that they are going to create something more complex than bit integrations. Now, in my personal opinion, the main difference between the bit flows and the bit integrations is that bit integrations does one thing at a time. Yes, it does route some information to a specific platform of your choice, but here you can, as you saw just in this tutorial, that you can do more complex stuff. As you can see here, I didn't went over with you on the iterator, as you can see here, and also the repeater, but you can get the idea of what power that tool has when you know how to use it. We can see here under the router, you saw that you can do multiple things at the same time from one simple action. And this is one of the greatest things that I think BitFlows not only saves you money, but gives you so many automations that you can use on your website, which is just so worth it. Now, as I said throughout this video, you'll be able to check the BitFlows before you even purchase it for yourself. You'll be able to test it on a test website from BitApps. Yes, they give you those credentials and all this stuff, so you'll be able to check it for yourself and to see how easy that is to set up, not only based on this tutorial. So if you want to check that out, it will be down in the description of this video. Other than that, if you want to purchase the BitFlows Pro version, that link would be also in the description of this video. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want to show you in this video. I really hope you got some value out of this video, and I really hope I was being able to show you how powerful BitFlows is. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. That makes me see what videos you like on this channel and what other videos you would want to see. In this case, you want to leave that comment down below. And if you have any struggles or any questions that you might have, please leave them in the comments below. I would be really happy to hear from you. And if you want to see more videos, integrations with WooCommerce, Elementor, WordPress, and other integrations with WordPress and other plugins for WordPress, please make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss them once they're live on the channel. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next one.